Hi everybody, it's Colin here. Welcome back to my channel. I actually just got back from Las Vegas yesterday. This video is not about that. Just wanted to share. But I've been ruminating on something a little bit. I've been ruminating on it and felt like making a video about it finally. But basically this has to do with the tariffs. Trump said he wanted to like put 104% like tariffs on Chinese products. And I don't want to get into that specifically too much, but because like really, they answer just like why. You know what? To make it short, we get Americans love buying stuff. Most of the stuff we buy is from China. Why are you doing that? I don't, it doesn't make sense. Like when you think about it for more than 5 seconds, it doesn't make sense. And like the reason, I don't know if he's saying it, but his supporters are saying, okay, that means we can start manufacturing our own stuff in the U.S. That's what North Korea does. They make all their stuff. They only make stuff in North Korea. Look at North Korea. Look at North Korea. They are floundering. They as a terrible, terrible country. Like it's actually North Korea here for some reason. Why are you making it North Korea? We don't want to be North Korea. Oh my gosh. But anyway. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But what I really want to talk about is because of that, there have been like Chinese companies going on like TikTok. I haven't seen these videos, but I've heard people talking about the videos. How one in particular, I know people are talking about where like I think like a Chinese brand went on TikTok and said, oh, y'all only pay, or oh, y'all are paying $100 for Lululemon leggings. Well, they only cost $5 to make in China. So I think basically their point is, we'll help you just buy them here at the lower price in China and, you know, get around the tariffs and not, you know, buy it from Lululemon is basically the point. And then I did actually just watch this video about how this Chinese dude was explaining how, and I already made a whole video about Birkins, so you can watch that. But how Hermes charges $38,000 for a Birkin, which they don't. Resale, they go for that much, yes. But if you buy one at the store now, and this is not including all the stuff you will have to buy before you get offered a bag at Hermes. So if you want to tally it up like that, yeah, you might be spending $38,000 at Hermes, or you might be spending. They really only cost about, I mean, depending on what you give it. If you give it more like basic style, like $12,000, which obviously is a lot of money for a damn bag. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but they don't. I don't know which ones cost $38,000 from the store, and a lot of people also don't disclose how much they pay for it at the store, so it's also kind of like that. But there a couple people I have seen on TikTok, they do say how much they pay for it. It is about like $12,000, $13,000. Again, still ridiculous amount of money. But in this video with the Chinese dude, he was explaining how, you know, what materials Hermes uses to make their Birkins and how much those materials cost, and it came out to about like with the leather, the hardware. He said a zipper, but I don't think they have zippers, but I mean, I don't know, but, edge oil for the leather, stuff like that. He said it came out to like about like $1,400. Oh yeah, the thread and stuff. Yeah, it came out to like all the materials, $1,400. And he said that, okay, well, you can buy it for $38,000 at Hermes, which again, they don't cost that much. I don't know. Yeah, maybe like if it's an exotic, you know, special order, maybe they cost that much at the store. I don't know why I'm out of focus a little bit, but maybe they cost that much at the store, but I don't think they cost. Most of the bags don't cost that much. And he was showing a basic bag anyway. That one would not have cost $38,000 in USD. He did specify USD. It would not cost $38,000 USD at the store. But he said, okay, you can pay the $38,000 at the Hermes store, or you can pay, you know, a more reasonable price. You know, I don't think he said how much it would cost, but since he said it costs, you know, like $1,400 in materials, let's just say like $2,000. You could pay $2,000, you know, at their Chinese factory, because, you know, the cost of labor is much less, and you just won't have the logo on your bag. And off topic, a little bit, actually not off topic, but I did want to share, since I said I went to Las Vegas, for the first time in my life, as far as I know, I saw two people that had a Birkin. Actually, one I couldn't tell if it was Birkin or a Kelly because I think she had a Tiffany bag in front of it, so I couldn't tell. But she had a twilly wrapped around it. I could tell it was one of them. Well, I want to say maybe it was a Kelly, but I couldn't tell. Then I saw a Birkin, like a mauve pink Birkin in light, and I was like, is that one real? Because like, I could tell that I knew the other woman's was real. The one like who I couldn't tell was a Birkin or Kelly. And it was, I think, gold on gold was the color. That was really fun to see. And we saw that we were in the Rolex store when we saw her bag. So I knew it was real. And she had a Tiffany, bag in front of it. So I was like, I think she actually is rich, and I think that actually is a real bag. The other one I saw that was a pink color that I think was a Birkin. I'm not lying. She didn't really look rich. I could tell she had filler in her lips though. But that don't cost that much. But I was all like, I couldn't really see the logo very good because the bag was open, but I think it said Hermes. I'm gonna count it. But definitely the first one was real. Anyway, off topic. But that was pretty cool. I've never seen one in real life, but I got to see it too. Anyway, people have been taking this video, I believe, because I've seen people talk about the Lululemon video and a video about a Birkin, but I've never seen it up until just before I started filming this. And when people were describing it, they were saying that they were basically implying, because Birkins are made in France, if I'm not mistaken. And they're saying that specifically about the Birkins, that they have them made in China. They stamp made in France on it, and I think they were saying this for other luxury brands too. But they stamp made in Italy, made in France on it, then ship it over there. And it's like, okay, like, I'm not saying that illegal stuff doesn't happen, but that is illegal to lie about where your thing is manufactured. It is illegal. So I'm like, I doubt it. I don't think that's true. And Birkin specifically, you can find videos of them making it. And if these people in particular, the Chinese people that are making replica Birkins, if they're literally saying, okay, I don't have the stamp, they're not the factory. They're not the factory. So it's like, what are you talking about? You guys are stupid. And then the fucking like Lululemon video, people were shocked. I saw what I felt was shocked reactions that, oh, they only cost $5 to make, but Lululemon is, making them cost $100. One, if you're shopping at Lululemon, you're retarded. Two, CEO hates black people, so if you're black wearing Lululemon, why? I mean, what? Three, you thought that leggings, spandex leggings, I mean, I don't know the fabric, what exactly is in it. I'm gonna guess it's polyester and spandex though. You thought that cost $100 or $80 to make, plus like their little like $20 profit they make? No. What are you talking? Why is that shot? Yeah, they cost $5 to fucking make. And why are we still shocked? This was the point that I also made in the Birkin video. Why are we shocked that, yes, brands put a markup because of the brand name? I'm like, oh my god, like, and this is like, I want to say, did you guys pay attention in school? I don't even remember being fucking taught this in school. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like, logically, yeah. Yes, Birkins don't cost $12,000 to make. They are fucking bags. They're bags made out of mostly cow leather. Obviously, yes, you can find exotics, but even the exotics, like, it costs that much. The bags are not that fucking big. They're not robots. They don't have technology. They don't do your laundry. They don't brush your teeth for you. They don't make your own bed. Like, yeah, they are purses. No, they don't cost $12,000 to make. The Lululemon leggings and a jacket. What would... They're clothes. No, they don't cost that much to make, and those especially made out of polyester and spandex, just like every other fucking athleisure type clothing is. That doesn't cost that much. If nobody else is charging that much besides them, obviously they're just marking up for the name, and y'all buying it anyway. So why the fuck is y'all mad or confused? Like, I can't speak on, since I don't know anything from Hermes or Lululemon, and never will Lululemon, because I'm not a follower, one, and he don't like black people, and it's not cute. But but you know, I like Louboutins. I have 3 pairs. I do think they're good quality shoes. Now, if you go on the Louboutin subreddit, I will say, from what I've seen pictures of their new shoe, the Miss Z, quality's questionable on that. I'm not even gonna lie. But I have a pair of Hot Chicks, a pair of Kates that I actually bought from the boutique, and then I have a pair of animal print fur heels, and it's real fur on them, and the animal print ones were used. I bought them used on the Real Rip for only $100. So that was a steal. And I do think the shoes are good quality. Again, that is real fur on there, on the animal print ones, and on the other 2, they're patent leather. It is not plastic. It is real leather with the synthetic coating on it to make it patent. It's difficult, I would say, to find cheap shoes that are patent leather and that they are real leather with the synthetic coating on them and not just polyurethane. The whole thing is just fucking plastic. So sometimes, yes, luxury brands are actually better quality. However, I know those damn shoes don't cost $800 to make, and that's fine, and that's 100% fine, and that's why I have 2 second-hand pairs, and one of them I got from the boutique just because I wanted to get my first pair from the store. But yeah, obviously they don't cost that fucking much to make. I'm not like, oh, this is like an $800 pair of shoes because it cost $800 to make these shoes. No, it didn't cost $800 to make shoes. They're shoes. They're not big. They don't do anything else. They're not special necessarily. They don't use a lot of leather. They don't. I mean, it's like, guys, come on. And I don't know if I have really anything else to say about it, but it's like, guys, come on. Yes, things made in China. I will say this, just because it's made in China does not mean that it's made in a sweatshop and that it's super, super cheap or poorly made. It can be, but there are places in China that have decent labor practices. And don't rush through stuff to make. That's not all of them, though. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to get off my chest. I think a lot of people are stupid. I don't know. That's basically it. I think a lot of people are stupid. This isn't new information. And besides, like, if the tax is made in China, and besides the fact if it's cheaply made or not, or if it's badly made or not, China has a cheaper livable wage than here in the U.S. So things made over there will be cheaper to buy. Because, okay, I don't know. It's just, yeah, the moral of the story, like, I think you guys are stupid. This is new information. That's pretty much it. Okay. Like, comment, subscribe with the bell icon if you want to see more videos from my channel, and I will see you on my next video. Goodbye.